Are you a RuPaul's Drag Race fan? Then make sure you are subscribed to the Reality Rundown's official Drag Race podcast, The Tuck. Every week, our hosts recap the latest episodes of Drag Race, from the drama in the workroom to the fashions on the runway. We discuss it all, honey. So make sure to subscribe to our podcast everywhere you listen to your podcast so you don't miss an episode. Get into it, sisters. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Talk, the Reality Rundown's official Drag Race recap podcast, amongst other things. And today I have you're like the substitute guest for until like Raymond is back from vacation.
I'm that fun substitute teacher that doesn't give any homework. Raymond's like that really mean old bitch who like you want her to be absent.
No, but literally, shout out to Raymond. He is right now traveling in Europe, baby, giving us opulence, giving us rich, giving us
Grinder Explore,
baby. I hope that he is getting that pussy tooted up in the Europe, up in the Italy, and the merrier the sausage, baby. Like just go crazy out there. But nonetheless, it's been a long time since we've been on the pod, just because, listen, a lot has happened. Like, the girls are busy.
The girls need to make money.
The girls need to pay rent. The girls need to do a lot of things.
Bro, that word.
I know, right? I cannot say the R word too loud. Also, if you hear like disgusting in my voice, it's because I'm a little sick. So if you hear that, don't think I'm dirty. It's just that I'm literally just like dying. But also like think whatever you want. With that said, let's get into some All Stars. I don't even know if we've recapped All Stars on like, I think we did like 2 episodes or like the first episode of All Stars. We haven't recapped All Stars in a long time. The latest episode of All Stars, we saw Fairytale Justice, All Rise. The legends are telling tall tales in court as they bring their best storybook characters to the witness stand in this twisted improv challenge. Drag Race veteran Jeffrey Bowyer-Chapman is back to testify on the judges panel. And this week it was really interesting. Was this also the ball?
No, the ball was last week. The ball was when we were drunk in the city.
Oh, yes. I
was actually able to watch this episode. I remember when we were in the club watching, which I'm sorry, I can't do viewings because I'm too shit-faced to even watch it. I remember watching it like this, like literally like trying to close one eye and focus on it. This episode was on. It's okay.
This episode was definitely like it was episode 4 and it was given episode 4, you know, like
it was giving like, okay, it's okay. Like now we're just watching to watch.
Right. Very much that. So this week the girls are doing an improv challenge and they have to take characters from short stories and kind of like remake this little Judge Judy situation where Michelle Visage is the judge. And it's pretty funny. We see it's set up into 2 teams, and basically the first team is Raja, Monet.
It's been a long work week.
It's been a long.
I can't remember how to fucking put on underwear sometimes.
No, oh my god, who was? Oh Lord, it was.
All I know is Evie was in all that shit. She was in both. Like that girl needs a break.
Yeah, Evie was like the overall character.
She's still in.
Right, and it was Monet Exchange, Trinity the Tuck, Jinx Monsoon, and the Vivian, and then it was Raja.
No, Trinity was with Jada. No, Jada.
Raja, Jada,
Jinx, because they were both pigs. Monet, because Monet came in as a pig too.
True. Girl, this is a blur. It's a blur. Anyways, at the end of the day, nobody goes home, so it doesn't even fucking matter, right? The top two of the week were Jinx Monsoon and the Vivian.
I'm sorry, like this Jinx really is
that girl,
the winner already. Like, I feel like she's getting a heavy winner edit. I feel like a lot of queens right now are kind of like falling into the shadows, and it makes me think like, damn, I wish someone would have took Evie's spot, like someone that would have actually utilized that spot in the competition a little bit better. Like, I don't know. I feel like Evie's, I don't know. I'm still out,
Do you think that Evie is like in somewhat not doing what, like not giving what it's supposed to be giving?
I didn't expect much for her to give, honestly. So that my expectations were low for Evie. But even that, I'm like, I feel like we're almost already. I think it's already a top 4. Everyone else is just like there to hang out. Like for me, like we have crazy standouts. Like Trinity is destroying it. She is a drag queen. Monet is just chilling. We have like Jinx, which is eating up the girls, and she shows for it in her weight. We have like Shay is killing it. I don't know. I feel like it's still early, but I feel a lot of girls are in the back for a good reason.
Right. So the first team is Team Jada, and it's made of Monet, Jinx, and Evie. And then we have Team Trinity, which is made up of the Vivian, Shea Coulee, and Raja. And I think that from the both teams, I think Team Jada with Jinx, Monet, and Evie did way better than Team Trinity. But I also think that it was because they had Jinx Monsoon. But also Monet did really good too. And the fact that I'm saying that.
No, you're a Monet stan this season.
Listen.
You're Team Monet, and you hate to admit it.
Monet is really doing a good job. Like, she's not doing that bad. She's not killing it. She's not murdering it. But she is not doing
she's doing
that.
better than some, in my opinion. Like for me, it's just Jinx show for me. Like it's so hard to see other queens succeed because I'm just eclipsed by like Jinx's raw fucking talent. Though she's not the fucking best on runways, I feel like since she's so heavy in other regards, like fucking comedy and improv, like it's a stand up for me. But Monet's doing good. I mean, I still like her and I enjoy her on my little MacBook to watch, but I don't know. Also, in this, even as a fucking little piggy, Jada is so fucking pretty.
Jada is so hot.
And I still want her to top me.
Jada is so hot, like literally so hot. Like I just want Jada in me. Like
I know it's long. It's long.
It has to be. It has to be.
It's long.
It has to be. It has to be because Jada look like it's gonna give you what it's gonna give you. You know what I'm saying?
Evie though, like even though like I think Evie is a trash drag queen, I would still let her fuck me.
You said that you think Evie is a what?
A trash drag queen?
Oh. No, I think that Evie, I think Evie is being Evie, and I think that she needs to. I think that she needs to sometimes look at the category and provide what the category desires, and sometimes it's a show, so sometimes you need to step out of your own character. But there's people in this world that say that you should always, be yourself. So I don't know. You know how it works with Jinx, where like Jinx does anything and it's very Jinx, but it works for the show. I think that everything that Evie does is not always the best for Drag Race. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's super authentic, but I feel like her authenticity kind of it's a different type of authenticity when it comes to Jinx. Like you said, I agree. Like Jinx she could apply any challenge to herself and she's still gonna fucking show out. Right. But like Evie, it's hard to like I still kind of say with experience, because think about it, like it's only we just crowned season 14. Evie won season 11.
Right.
I still feel like she has so much more time to like grasp that. Like Jinx is an old bitch. Like she's been in the game for like she knows herself. She's developed her like character. Like
I definitely think that Evie and Jada, like I was surprised that girls from season 11 and 12 were picked.
I can see why Jada did it because that bitch went on Zoom. But like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I would have loved to see like other winners, and I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying like, you definitely feel like Jada and Evie are like the odd ones out of everybody. And I think that they also say it too, because they keep mentioning the fact that, like, you know, I can't believe just being here with y'all.
You're still in that like fangirl moment where like,
yeah,
I feel like we kind of missed out on an opportunity to have like older queens back on our TV and reintroduced to like this new world of drag. Because I remember watching Raja when I was in fucking like early high school.
right.
Like,
right.
and now like, you know, I was in college watching Evie and fucking Jada.
And Raja's season is good.
Girl, like they had fucking 3 design challenges.
Raja's season was good. Like there was
hair.
Back then, you competed. It was a whole different.
I would love to see, because I know that my favorite drag queen competitor is Trinity the Tuck. I would love to see her like. I would love them to make some shit like bring back queens and like to do an old season challenges, but like had that same. I don't know. I like that weird concept. Like I feel like the only queen I could see doing good at every single season is like Trinity.
Trinity's a really good competitor.
She's just a good drag queen. Like she can really compete on any fucking season and kill it. Like she's good at. There's queens who are like good drag queens, and there's queens who are like really good at drag race.
Right.
Trinity's that.
Trinity's very much that. I think that looking at the challenge, Raja did a really good job in the acting and improv of being that old lady, the grandma. And I honestly thought this was gonna be Raja's episode. I honestly thought that this was gonna be like an episode where Raja would have been at the top. So I was very surprised that I was very surprised that she wasn't. The Vivian, it didn't hit for me the way that the show made it out to be.
I think the edit gave her. I think they gave her the storyline of like. I think now they're giving the random girls a win.
Right.
I feel like this is the time now they're gonna throw out little wins, like to people who we know are not gonna generally win it. Like I'm sorry, we know genuinely in our hearts that Vivian's not gonna win this shit.
No shade.
Like, and that's not even like no spoiler shit. Like we just genuinely know.
Right.
Like we just know. I could tell
there's only like 3 girls that are allowed to win this season. You know?
Like you genuinely think they're gonna have All-Star 7 winner Evie Oddly? Like you genuinely think that Evie could beat Shay, Monet, Trinity, fucking Jinx? Like
I don't know.
I think now it's kind of like it's like pity stars. I wouldn't even call them legendary stars. It's like we're gonna give you this just so you don't end up at the end of the competition with no stars and look like a fucking loser.
I definitely think that every girl is gonna get a star at some point.
Especially with the next. Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
Remind me.
The 2 winners get 2 stars next week and get to gift one of the stars to somebody.
But like, what?
So say me and you win, and we're not blocked.
Mm-hmm.
We get to give stars out.
Wow.
I would give one to Evie, but like you're never gonna get one on your own. So
that's gonna be interesting. I think that out of everybody from this challenge, I think that Trinity could have done. No,
Trinity was okay for me.
Yeah,
I expected more. Evie had the opportunity to really knock it out of the park because she was in both scenes. And again, she's just not funny.
Right.
I don't find her funny.
Jada wasn't the best either, too. Like, I feel like Jada could have given us a little more. She looked good.
She looked amazing, but like it's hard for her to compete with like people who are generally funny because you could tell like when Jinx makes a joke, Jada starts breaking out of character and laughing.
Right.
Like,
right. This challenge was interesting. I'm honestly like, these type of challenges are not always my favorite.
No. They're hit or miss.
They're a hit or miss, and I don't know that this was a hit. You know, like it wasn't the funniest challenge. Like I wasn't cackling.
No, it wasn't a cackle, but it was definitely like it was better than normal seasons. But since our expectations are just so high, because girl, the first 2 episodes had me and you gaped.
No, no, literally, they had a chokehold on me.
There were moments where me and you would be like this.
Like literally, like what is happening?
And then the ball was really good, and now this episode's like,
Okay.
It's like it's episode 4. It feels like episode 4.
Right, but nonetheless, the fashions on the runway were out of control. And they're always gonna be like.
Which I'm podcaster style. I had them ready.
No, literally, I have them ready on my phone too. So category was spikes, and first we see Jada come down this like black
Luna the cat from Sailor Moon.
Right, like this leather suit dress moment with a bunch of spikes coming.
The baby hairs coming out of the fucking spiked afro, the upside down earrings.
I loved it. I loved it. I thought that it was.
When she turned around, she wasn't painted from the back. Like none of her sisters really could have painted the back of her.
She wasn't painted from the back?
Like when she turns around, it's like just yeah. And I'm attention to detail type of bitch, even though like I'm obviously not. I don't look detailed.
Oh, I see that she's not. It's so annoying because she really like went all out to make sure that her entire chest,
her hands
was painted. So the fact that
she just can paint. She
can.
I think she's probably, and I'll say this, one of the best painters on Drag Race.
She's definitely a great.
Silky at Silky's reunion on the season fucking 11.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Next we have Jinx Monsoon giving us this like cute gown with a porcupine type of situation.
It was cute.
It was cute. I like the concept. It was very Jinx. It wasn't my favorite.
It was, but like the thing is, like we don't expect Jinx to come out looking like fucking.
But to me, it looks good on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the thing is, hear me out, everybody. Like, it's how you wear certain things. And I feel like with Jinx, it's just always a story.
She looks like a blunt, like the blunt paper. Some of it is kind of wrinkled, I guess, like the fell. I mean, I think she generally looks good in her paint. I think she's also beautiful too. Like she could paint, not to the fucking level or capacity of Jada, but she really could.
But to make herself look good.
Yeah, like because out of drag she looks disgusting. But generally, I feel like I don't know. I think she looks good. Again, it's a gown.
Right.
It's a gown.
It's a gown, but I like the way that she interpreted spikes and not necessarily just, putting spikes coming out of random places of her gown, but in a way like wearing like the back of a porcupine. Like I think that is so.
I didn't get porcupine until she said it though.
For real? I feel like as soon as she said it, I was like, yes.
When she said it, I was like, okay, yeah, it worked. But like, I don't know, like
right.
It was cute.
I did thought it was a scarf at first, like just a random, like, like shoulder piece or something. I don't know. Then we have Monet, and she is giving us this. That's how boring her look was to me, child. Not even John.
I liked everything from like the eyes up. Everything else for me was kind of like the mask was weird because like she'd walk around kind of like she couldn't really turn her head because like the mask was like constricting all of the parts of her neck.
I don't understand why the dress has sleeves at the bottom. I don't get that.
Oh yeah.
Like those sleeves, why are they're just random and they look like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like what are those? What are those?
And then why are her shoes like they have a neon yellow laces?
Right. It's like it's so weird. It does not mesh well for me. Why am I yawning so much? Oh my god!
Because the hatred for Monet Exchange is going back into your body.
No, but literally, I don't know.
I'm not gagged. Like I like the hair. How I've never seen a baby hair incorporated in some type of spiked mohawk. But it's you killed it for me when you said the sleeves. Like I didn't really realize that, and it took me out of the fantasy.
It's bad. I think it
looks cheap.
It's wrongfully constructed. And I think that she could have done better with this. Next, we have Evie Oddly coming out in this green spike bug moment. What do you think? Give me your honest opinion.
I think the only thing impressive is the heel, and she was able to like stand on her tippy toes that long. Everything else, like everyone was so gagged and gooped over it.
I wasn't gagging.
It's a bodysuit with a corset with long hand gloves.
No shade. Yeah, like no shade. This wasn't like This was more Evie making faces and weird
Is the spike
movements than anything.
just her arms? Was that like like? I don't know, girl. I'm just not.
I just think that it's like at the end of the day, like this is drag race, not like Comic-Con, you know? So it's like girl, like are we looking for characters in Avatar or
Like,
are
what's
we
the headpiece?
I don't like part of her spikes, I guess. I don't
I
know.
was just not, and people were gagging, and I was like, it was just not it for me. Like some
I
like
wasn't gagging.
people could do weird and conceptual and alternative drag and it'd be crazy. But this, like, I expected more for Spikes because I could have got some type of like crazy, like gothic punk type of like horror from her. Like, I don't know.
But
Like,
do you see those spikes that she has on her back and then the spikes that she has coming out of her legs? I think that if she would have given us like cut down those spike arms and she would have given us like a cute high heel walk down the runway moment with those spikes coming out of her legs and just like very, very Shea Coulee in the sense of like left, right, hip, it would have been sexy. I think the whole theatrics of it being a bug and her making all these faces loses me.
because she makes
And
those faces even when she's wearing a fucking gown.
I'm like, you make those faces even when you're not a bug. So like, what is it
Which
giving?
all I say is I'm gonna raid this roach.
Right. Like this is just like I'm over it. Like honestly, sometimes just I just want to see elegance. I want to see
I
elegance.
feel like that would be more out of crazy. I feel like that would be crazy from Evie because we know her crazy is this type of shit. Like crazy for me for Evie would be like Evie coming out in a fucking ballroom gown,
Right.
gorgeousness.
Right.
That would be like some crazy shit because you don't expect it. Like I expected some really wonky, crazy, dumb shit from her,
Right.
and this was a boot.
Then we have the Vivian coming out in this Spikes catsuit.
Baby blue, shout out to
Babe,
LSU.
this is don't you ever say some dumb shit like that on this podcast. Anyways, moving forward. Did you like this from the Vivian?
It was cute. People were hyping it too much. It's a bodysuit. It looks like the
Right.
same look that Shea Coulee came out when she was Catwoman.
They both have a whip.
Sorry.
They both have a whip.
I'm sorry, like it just they were like RuPaul was like, this look is amazing. I was like, y'all are just telling her that because y'all want her to win the episode.
Right.
It was
And I
just
think
not.
it's literally it's literally basically the same look that Shay had. And my thing is that when you have the same look that someone else had, you need to make sure that it looks better. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to make sure that we had the same thing between Candy and Olivia Lux on season what was that season 13? Right? Season 13 when they both wore the the that wig that was like
With
balls.
little beads in it.
Yeah. So I think that you need to do it better when you're the second one to do it. And I think that I don't know. I don't know if I love this. Um but the judges ate it up. So good for the Vivian because at this point I just want the Vivian to win some money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, girl.
the Vivian needs to pay her rent and UK Drag Race UK didn't pay shit.
And they gave her a whack ass TV show that was shared.
Whack. Period. Then we have Trinity the fucking Tuck.
People were not living for it because they were so fucking anal about Spike and steak and like because there's a steak inside of her heart, like the fucking Dracula. But I was living.
I was living for this. This is a story. This is expensive.
This is unlike her. Like this, unlike her. Like in the way of like how it's like more alternative and like it was good.
This was good. This looked good. This was everything. Like I loved it. I got it. I think that it made it even more special because it wasn't so spiky, you know? It was like one
Like the Vivian came out in spikes.
right.
I kind of like sometimes when we kind of have to like not guess the category.
It's a story.
But when we kind of have to think about the story and the category, like when you come out just like Vivian with spikes on it, I'm like,
Right. It's
When you
weird.
went to your designer was like, I need spikes. Like Trinity had a concept and it was conceptualized in masterpiece type of art. Like that bitch came out with a fucking candle, like a candelabra.
No, yeah, no, literally, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Everything looked right. There hasn't been a runway where I've been disappointed by Trinity the Talk on this season.
I have when she wore that like the trans colors that like jumpsuit.
I thought she looked so cute.
I thought it was disgusting.
I thought she looked so cute. Then we have Raja, and she's coming out in this cute little like superhero type of situation with a cape, and I love this look. The only thing I don't like is that piece in her crotch.
Yeah, the pussy part was kind of like a little distracting. I liked this look. It was cute. I think it had a lot going on, so it was hard to find a visual piece to like really marvel at. Again, I feel like she's not gonna really disappoint ever on the runway. I'm not like kind of like
this wasn't the worst, and it wasn't bad.
Like it's not a like this would have ate on a regular season. Like
this would have been the winner at a regular season.
Like, but again, it was good. Like I think I'm just still relating back to her like on season 3 when she literally would come out in the most avant-garde crazy shit. But then I also think like drag has changed. Now everyone's kind of on that time.
Right.
But I was really I love that purple shade as a cape. I loved it.
Yeah, I did like that purple shade as a cape. I liked her mug. Her makeup was everything. The walk was everything. I did like the little like weapon that she was holding.
What are those called? The balls with spikes?
Like a gauntlets?
Mace?
Yeah, like a mace. I don't know. You're white. You're the one that's supposed to speak English. Like, what are they called?
Like the balls with spikes.
Do you not know how to speak English? Go back to your country.
Yo tengo una buen día.
Then we have Shea Coulee. Excuse me. Then we have Shea Coulee. And honestly,
it was a boot.
It was a boot. It was a chopped. It was
looked cheap. Like the plastic parts look very floppy. Her beat is cute. Like is she gonna have different like ears every episode? Like she had one with gauges. Now she has like these nymph fairy. I don't know. This was a boot.
She clearly got a discount at the prosthetic shop.
Oh, I just thought it
was not given to me. The spikes weren't even spiking. They were literally like on the floor. So I just think that she could have done better. She could barely walk. I don't know.
I think this would be cute for a really cute. Like some of these outfits that these bitches be walking out are cute for photo shoots. But when it comes to like the actual runway, like there's Tion Trinity's first look, the first episode, is that she couldn't walk in it. Like when she finished it, they legit escorted her out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like
they're bringing it all. They're bringing it all.
Again, I'm not impressed with. I'm sorry, like the category of spikes. I'm sorry, like it's a winter season. Give me something more.
I know. I agree.
Spikes, girl, like
the winners of this week's challenge were Jinx Monsoon and the Vivienne.
Deserved for Jinx, not deserved for the Vivienne.
I agree. I think that Raja should have been
Raja
should have been top 2.
Raja's pissed at this point.
Raja is pissed.
No,
she even changed for the lip sync.
And she would have ate that lip sync up.
She would have ate that lip sync up. And honestly, I don't know. I just feel like what is going on? Why is Raja not getting her win?
I'm kind of bored with like not the same girls winning. I'm just bored with the same girls only being the ones that step up. I
agree. I'm not bored of Jinx winning. Jinx can win as many times as she wants because that's my girl.
No, that's our pick. We're team. We love that white woman.
But Raja should have been top 2.
Yeah, like again, I think Jinx destroyed that fucking improv challenge. Like when the fucking pig ear fell from her, and then she recovered it in such a fucking crazy way. She's like, "Hold on, I can't hear you. To speak up, I only have one ear." Like Like that was just like she is an actress. Like she is probably one of the best actors. She could act better than RuPaul. Have you saw AJ and the Queen on Netflix? Like
right.
But Vivian, it was a toss away.
I love that show too.
All because Trinity. I think they gave it to Vivian because she had that little sob story on the fucking thing. Like, oh, I had to make up all these fucking interpretations and languages and speeches so I wouldn't get bullied. Girl, ain't nobody give a fuck.
They lip sync to "Love Will Save the Day," the Jelly Bean David Morales remix.
All these remixes, like RuPaul, who are you paying off?
Right.
You not afford the track. Like that's what you get for having fucking season 14, buying all the rights for Beyonce and Nicki songs, and now you're left with remixes.
Right. Like this is disgusting. I want to hear some.
The lip sync was trash.
It wasn't good at all. It wasn't worth.
Lip syncs are not like I'm gagging at every episode beside the lip sync. Like I feel like we're getting better lip syncs on normal seasons.
It wasn't worth $10,000.
I feel like at this point they're not giving it the all because I feel like for a lip sync for your life, girl, like you're lip syncing for your life. Like you're heated, like you have that adrenaline. These bitches don't care.
Right. They're like, we're coming back.
Girl, they're getting paid per episode. They don't care.
We're coming back next week.
There's no fight, there's no drive. They don't even care enough to perform. Like
I know. It's getting a little stale. They need to pick it up. They definitely need to pick it up. Who do you think won this lip sync out of both of them?
Raja?
Raja was singing the shit out of that lip sync though from her seat.
Like it's just mind-boggling that like obviously you're gonna beat Jinx in a Whitney Houston song.
Right.
Like fucking Michelle could have beaten her. Like I'm not surprised. So I'm like
the Vivian won the $10,000 in the lip sync.
They just wanted to give that broke bitch some money. Like that, her storyline's done. She came in, she didn't win money in her season. Now she won. Now her story's done. Now we won't hear from her until the end.
You think so? You think she's gonna
absolutely? Her storyline is done. Like she has nothing more to really. Okay.
Like this is what we're showcasing you. Thank you for coming.
Like it was like, all right, like we gave you that visa. You're good to go, Isha.
Right. Well, if you were the Vivian and you just won this challenge, who would be the person that you would block?
Bitch, I would do some crazy shit and try to block Jinx, even though it's impossible. Because I'm sorry, like that should be the one to block. But it's hard because you don't know the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just think of queens that are fully like all around amazing, and I just feel like I would block Monet or Shay.
I think that my instincts will tell me to block Raja, but since the judges are not loving her, I know she's not gonna win. So I definitely think that my first choice would have been Shea Coulee.
I'm sorry, Evie's probably like, damn, y'all really think I suck. Like, I feel like it's kind of like a disservice to not block someone because, like, yo, they're only blocking people they think are dead ass threats.
Yeah, they only blocking people that think are actually gonna win.
Oh no, I would block Trinity.
And Trinity, yes, I definitely
would. I would block Trinity. Redact my statement because again, like, she really can't fuck up.
Right.
Like she can't. Whereas like Shay kind of has little qualms, like, but like. Yo, Evie and fucking Raja are probably like, can someone block us?
Can someone please get...
It's waste of a plunger. Imagine they can give out 2 plungers.
The silver plunger, which is definitely gold.
The golden plunger, like, I'm sorry, it's gray.
Like, what is going on?
And why a plunger? Like, are they like what does that mean? Like, you're blocking someone's chance? Like, I'd be like, maybe
when you're plunging, are you opening? When you're using a plunger on a toilet, isn't it because the toilet is already stuck, so you're opening, so you mean you're releasing? So how is giving the plunger to somebody blocking them?
I would have done like, give a big red X to someone, like just a big ass glitter red X and like hand it to them. Like a plunger, I'm kind of like, it's
not giving.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not crazy about that part. I like the little.
They're trying to get creative, girl. Like, trust me, if I know anything about production meetings, they're just pitching whatever at this point, child.
It's the intern. Some intern really just threw it out, and they're like, "Yeah."
No, I think someone said, "Why did we just give them a piece of shit?" And then someone said,
"Plunger."
A plunger.
And then everyone's like this. All the white women in the thing were like this.
Yes.
All the women were like slay, work.
Slay, work.
Queen.
No shade. Vote for me.
Yep. I kind of love the little tittle tattle they talk about, like when like they're walking around like giving the plunger and they're like.
I know. Sometimes it can be a little bit. Oh, I keep. Ooh, do you hear the text messages?
Girl, I hear trade.
Ooh. Sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming. Like I don't need that scene to be legit 2 full minutes of someone walking back and forth.
Yeah,
like, girl, a quick look and boom. Who is it?
If I was Evie, I'd be like, girl, I'll sit down at that point. I know you're not. I don't think Evie will ever get blocked. I feel like that just shows like no one thinks she's a threat. Like so say you're the ninth queen. Who are your automatic 2 biggest threats?
Jinx Monsoon and Trinity the Tuck.
That would be my key focus on who I'm blocking. I would never even waste a fucking plunge on any other bitch.
I agree. Like, and I think that Trinity's in a way, what is it called? Technique is the fact that she's helping the girls in the workroom. And she's using that.
She knows how to play.
She's doing it so organically.
And it's actually nice too. Like,
it doesn't come off as like it doesn't come off as she's doing it because she doesn't want to get blocked. It comes off as if she sees you struggling, so she's gonna help you.
Like when she was helping Monet, it was like seeing a black queen helping a black queen makes me think like it warms my heart as a white man.
You are so bad. The Vivian ends up blocking Monet exchange.
Again, I love it because like Monet won the first episode, and then she kind of went under the radar. It
wasn't until Jada said something at the beginning of the episode, and
I love that because I think Jada is the narrator of the season.
She is. She's definitely the narrator of the season.
I think they're giving her screen time because they know that it was Gigi's season, so they want to give her moment now.
Right. I think that I don't know if I agree with that because I think that Gigi Good. I don't think Gigi Good is bad. I just think that you guys make her out to be like this goddess that like calm down.
I think she won the competition. I think Jada won.
Miss Congeniality.
let me not be shady because I have a theory.
What's your theory?
Okay, so I personally believe, take it as you will, and I'm not discrediting Jada, but I currently feel like she won because of the current times that we were in the hostile moment of America, when it was crazy Black Lives Matter movements, and obviously I was with the movement, but I feel like it was kind of like,
no one questioned that.
Okay, I'm just making sure. The white guy. But I just personally feel like, and take this as shade, like they gave it to her because, like, think about it. If all this, like, Drag Race was posting all this, like, Black Lives Matter, standing in solidarity as they should, as I believe they should, and then to crown a white queen.
I agree with you. I mean, there's politics in production.
Yeah, there's politics. Like
there's politics in production.
And also, Gigi got disqualified at the finale.
Why?
So insider tea. And the production said that you can only do like your cute little like lip sync showcase inside your house, and Gigi used a studio. So when you see her doing the "Take on Me," and it was like that, and she was walking, they found out it was a studio. Crystal was never winning,
right?
And it was like production was like it's not appropriate to the competition for Jada to win, but it's appropriate right now in this moment for her to win.
Right.
She wasn't bad.
She wasn't, and I also felt like she ate her lip sync at the finale. from her living room. I feel like
I
she
know
was
in that
sleeping.
apartment, the downstairs people's chandelier was like this. They were like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going up over there? Mind you, you over here hearing Jada doing flips and turns.
Like, it's so funny to me. Like, that bitch really won. I don't know. Team Cherry Pie. I'm just kidding.
Lord Jesus.
I'm like, that was a gag, but.
So, who do you think can take this crown? And I feel like I ask that every episode, but Jinx, right?
Now, since we both are going to say that, who do you think are your top 4?
Okay, so I think my top 4 is Jinx Monsoon, Trinity the Tuck.
Yes.
Raja.
Oh my god. You're going to say it. You're going to say it. Say her name.
And Monet Exchange. I think that it's gonna be hard for. I think Monet and Shay are gonna be fighting for that last spot.
Yeah.
And I think that, but I also feel like it could be really easy for the judges to really say fuck Raja this entire competition, and her not have enough repeater badges to be able to get to the finale.
I think I want it to be Jinx, Raja, Trinity, Jada. Who I think it's gonna be.
Jada?
That's what I want. That's who I want.
That's who you want.
What I want is not what I'm gonna get.
Right.
But what I think we're gonna get is like a Shea Coulee, because they want her on that final 4 verse.
Oh yeah.
Monet.
Oh yeah.
Because I think she's gonna come back and RuPaul likes her ass. And her name is Kevin. Jinx, because yeah, obviously. And I think
Trinity and Raja are gonna fight.
I think it's Trinity and Raja, but I think Trinity just gonna. I don't think Trinity will win the season because that's racist. But I
think that if Trinity doesn't win, it's going to be like I think that is gonna come down to Trinity and Jinx, and it's going to be a very like they both ate. I don't know who can win. You know, like
they're definitely gonna. I think they're gonna want to push the narrative of Trinity versus Monet and be like, all right, who's the real winner? I feel like they're gonna love that storyline.
I don't think they're gonna do it at the finale though. I think they're gonna do an episode of it. I think there's gonna be an episode where Trinity and Monet are both gonna be the top 2 queens of the season, and it's gonna be a big lip sync because finally this is kind of like the lip sync for the crown.
Because that's what they do. They're doing the lip sync off, whatever.
Right. So I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna take into the finale for us to have that Trinity versus Monet moment. I think one of the episodes they're both gonna do really, really good. They're both gonna be the top, and they're going to like what you're gonna hear. I think Jada is gonna be the one in the confessionals being like, "This is it. We're finally figuring out who won season 4 of All Stars."
Gonna have 10 wins under her belt.
Trinity is out of control.
She did her first verse in the first episode as 7 wins. Bitch, now she has 9.
The crazy thing is that on her first original season of Drag Race, she wasn't that good.
It's not that she wasn't that good. I counted her out by her promo.
She was trash.
By her promo was trash, and her walking was trash. I was like, okay, this bitch is gonna go out 3rd.
When I saw her come in on All Stars 4, she destroyed the competition.
No, I'm sorry. They didn't want her to win by herself because they didn't want too many white queens winning. I
agree.
It was because it was blonde and white, blonde and white, blonde and white. They're like, oh, blonde and white, and a black woman. Well, no, actually, you don't know what to say. They found 2 black queens at once.
Ciao, Lord Jesus. She devil by night. Allegedly.
She's been hinting at the she devil. She was a devil for Snatch Game, and now she's Dracula. Like, she's playing with these Reddit girls. I can't wait for this haircut tomorrow to fix up this.
Get your shit, girl. Yeah, I think this season is great so far. I think that the girls are giving fashion, and some girls are not giving fashion, but
Evie.
But the judges' constant good thoughts and good critiques, it's taking over. I definitely think that this was a thing where like the queen said, listen, Rue, if we're all gonna come for this Legends season, this all winner season, we can't come out of this losing our status of being legends, which is why you see the judges only do positive
I agree.
critiques.
I feel like they came into it like a contract type of shit. Like, I don't want no back talk about me because I don't want it to invalidate my win.
Right. And I think that's smart, because whenever you see a queen that has won come back to the show, aka BB, and lose, it kind of like takes away, like cancels out your win.
Because she's the winner of season 1 and the loser of season 3 All-Star.
Right. Like, so it's kind of like
part of your history.
Right. So that's why I was always against queens that already have crowns coming back to compete, because it's kind of like,
are you gonna hate Canada versus the world?
Ooh.
And you saw them talking about it on Instagram today?
I saw that Brooklyn posted that she's officially the host.
And the fact that let me not get these.
She looks good. She looks good. I can't wait for Canada versus the world.
6 episodes. Damn, I'm like,
I can't wait. When is it supposed to?
They never said, but they just wrapped up filming, like literally like 2 weeks ago. Like the queens just came back from social media.
Listen.
Constitution, hold this.
RuPaul is the fucking wheel that keeps on turning. Like, I swear to God, when that guy bow his eyes, they're gonna find a way to like program his body and still be able to use it.
They're gonna have him hologrammed.
No, you know how they had them at the season 14 premiere, that when Lady Camden and Willow Pill were about to be announced, and she was like, I'll be back, and she walked to the back and came on the hologram. I think that's how they're gonna do it.
I think she'll never die. But then, now, before we head off, who do you think would be a good replacement as head host, head judge for RuPaul's Drag Race when that bitch croaks?
Good question. I personally don't like this person. Personally.
Monet Exchange.
No. I personally don't like this person. But I think Todrick would be a great host.
I disagree.
Why?
After I've watched him on Big Brother, I think he's good for nothing.
Right. And that's why I hate him. His Big Brother, like I
think he's too cunty. I think he would take things too personal. I feel like we need someone that has somewhat of kind of like I think Bob would be good for it. I don't think they would ever put another winner.
Bob would be good for it, but that's the thing. Why would they put? Do you think they'll take like a winner of RuPaul's Drag Race? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
imagine like RuPaul's like in his like deathbed on like, and he's like, okay, this is the new competition. Whoever wins becomes the new judge. And on the finale, he dies, and then the person becomes the judge, the head judge.
Oh my God,
girl,
that's so much.
Girl, give me my check. I need to pay rent.
That's like Coming to America shit.
Y'all
like,
want me at Pride, girl? Pay my rent.
In Coming to America, when the father wanted to celebrate his funeral before he died, so he had a party where he was in a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Raven. Like, people keep saying that, but I don't think so.
They're probably going to Michelle. Realistically, Michelle, another black man to be host as RuPaul's Drag Race. But
I don't know. But I also feel like RuPaul is going to be around for the next 20 years.
I think they're shooting up some youth in her. She's going to outlive me and you.
It's a shot of adrenaline. It's a shot of adrenaline and a shot of hormones every day.
And a hit of poppers.
And it's just
poppers.
Girl, you need to wake her up somehow. Girl.
My poppers is right on my thing because I was with a guy last night.
Oh, we love that. I've been out of commission for a month.
No, I'm back. I'm back doing sales
because a guy was just too rough with my punani, and now she needs to rest.
She needs to go to a rehabilitation center.
No, she really does. Like she can't walk right now. She's on a wheelchair.
The worst is like, you know, like when you first wake up, you're like, no, my punani's getting wrecked today, and then there's just no one is coming to like, no one is.
A grinder suddenly doesn't work. Like
the worst is like when you douche and you know that hole is clean, and then you fall asleep or waste it and go to sleep.
The worst is when you're ready to be the biggest hoe in the world, and you know that like the first motherfucker that walks into this apartment is gonna be a creamy situation up in this bitch. And nothing happens because everybody ignores you.
When like you're talking to a guy, whatever, and like you have plans, like you're in the shower, like just douche, like you're finishing up, and like they go ghost, or like they just like log off, or like they never come to
their 90% of the time I'm douching, I'm over here like, yay, this is gonna happen, this is definitely happening, and then boom, go ghost or blocks me.
Like, why? Like, don't go Danny Phantom right now. I need you in my pussy.
Like why are you blocking me?
No, the black is corny because I'm like, you could tell like they just want to talk to you to get off, and then the moment that they nutted, like, no, bitch, I'm not talking to you to have phone sex. I'm talking to you free to come over and to crack me like a crap.
I hate when guys are like talking too much. Like, girl, if I wanted to talk,
like things, it's gonna be called things bottom say.
No, like if I wanted to talk, I would be on Christian Mingle. I wouldn't be on Grinder.
I would be on.
I want to grind.
I want a dirty wine.
Like, like, girl.
To all our viewers, if any of the viewers last Friday were at Boxers, and you saw the host Queen Supreme Wellington here grinding,
I was getting my shake clapped.
Right in the comments. If you want some lessons, because I was in the corner like watching it. Like,
I want to go back.
Girl, tomorrow.
You want to go tomorrow?
No, yes, girl, yes.
You want to go? I'm down. No? I'm down.
Okay, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow too. That's why I'm like.
Okay, so let's go. I'm down. I'm so down.
Okay, so all of our his viewers, not my.
Because low-key, I want to be a hoe.
No, bitch, I want to be like if I know we're going tomorrow, like we could Uber.
No, we're going.
And then I can get us a ride home.
No, like we're going.
So what time do you want to? We'll chat later.
We'll chat.
Let's see if you text back.
Wait, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna be grinding on somebody tomorrow.
Girl. I'm about to like.
No, literally, I'm gonna be on somebody's son.
No, like if you go missing, I promise you, I'm not looking for you.
And don't look for me.
I know you're good. I'm gonna look into the nearest tallest black guy, and I'm gonna see you like.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're gonna end your night at Boxers somehow, it's gonna be shaking that ass.
It's gonna be shaking this punani.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're. Oh my god, I'm excited.
And like
it's like.
We don't have Raymond. We don't have Raymond to be 90 Day Fiancé.
Right.
Raymond, if you're listening to this,
stop getting married in the club.
For all of our viewers that don't know Miss Forever Raymond personally, like Wellington does more than me. This girl, whenever we go out to the club, me and Wellington are on the same type of time. Like we want to go, suck, duck, and go. Like there's no time for relationships.
Yep.
Raymond finds himself with the nearest Latino man. Falls head over heels. Girl, Pride 2021.
Raymond always wants to find a husband in the club and get married the whole night. And it's like, girl, we're trying to be hoes.
No, and then also now we're wheeling around his girlfriend.
Right.
His girlfriend taking your seat in the car. Shotgun.
Right.
I was like,
like, girl, you always trying to get
my mystery queen.
You always trying to get married in the club, like we're trying to be hoes, and you always.
It's the wholesome in him when me and you are just straight up thoughts. It's that.
And like, girl, I cannot wait to send him this episode.
No, girl, like, can we put it in like Raymond? Don't watch the end of the episode if you're Raymond.
Dear Raymond, this is a letter to you.
Dear Raymond, this is our 13th reason why. Stop getting married. Wait, isn't Raymond not going to Pride this year?
He said that he's going to come.
Well, where are we staying?
We need to discuss this offline. because I don't want to get harassed by nobody that is listening to this podcast.
Like, how about this? Wink, wink. We'll be at the Yotel. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Catch us at the Yotel.
Third Pride, girl.
Pride, girl. This Pride, baby. Catch me grinding on a random ass.
Oh, this is my note to you, Wellington.
Huh?
This Pride, we're not eating. You're not eating. No more going out to Mickey's and having a meal. No, because last Pride you were eating nice little case. No, we're not eating. We're skinny.
Girl. First of all, I'm already on my skinny queen shit. I go to the gym and I've been eating salads.
But so we're not eating a thing.
So I'm already on my skinny girl shit. A week before Pride, I'm going into a deep water fast, and during Pride, it's only water,
poppers,
and alcohol. And that's it. And that's it.
It's cheaper. Save money.
Yeah. And honestly, like, listen, like, Pride is at the end of the month. So rent is the next day right after Pride. Like, that Sunday, that Monday when you wake up, it's rent. It's rent. So, I don't know. But I'm excited for New York Pride. So, if you're listening to this, New York Pride, last weekend of the month, come out.
Take a picture with Wellington.
And you.
Okay, but like you're like the main bitch. Like, take a picture of the host of the fucking rundown and the tuck because because when Wellington pops off and becomes the Nene Links of the gays, don't be weird. Don't be
looking at me trying to take a picture with me when I'm up. Take a picture with me now. How about that? That's
why I'm friends with Wellington, because I had that bitch sleeping on my bed and I'd be sleeping on the floor during the dark ages. So I paid my dues. Y'all still gotta get it.
Lord Jesus. With that said, thank you guys so much for joining us on another episode of The Tuck. It is always so fun to get on here with you, Kevin. I love it.
Thank you for texting me last minute. I literally was eating my Mediterranean bowl, planning my eating my Gas X and my Imodium so I don't be shitting on the Disney. Thank you for having me. And the spot, sitting in Raymond's spot, there is a little paint on it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we know Raymond's Picasso.
Yeah. The girl loves to paint.
But again, if you want to see us live doing the tuck, come see us tomorrow at Boxer. Tomorrow we're doing the tuck live. Boxers, 11:30.
I will be tucked for sure. I definitely will be tucked. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Raymond, we love you. Have a great vacation. See you guys next week. Mwah.